Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode friggin' 30 of Curse of Strahd. If you are new here, or if you've been here before, you already know we are the group Trials of Imagination. We are a group of Finns that like to get together, play some Dungeons and Dragons, and have a good time. Simple as that. This is our second campaign together. We are going through the module known as Curse of Strahd this go around with a heavy homebrew twist on it. So whether you are new to Curse of Strahd or whether you're a veteran at it, both of you will have a place of enjoyment here because there will be plenty of nods to the original and the vanilla book itself, as well as plenty of new things that you've never experienced before. So plenty of things for both of those types of people. As you know, and as I've said already at the beginning of the episode, it's episode 30, aka at the end of the episode, it's giveaway time. So, yeah, everybody just get excited for it. If you don't already know what to do at this point, you just do exclamation point giveaway in the chat for anybody that shows up late or is new or anything. Just make sure to relay that so people can participate as much as they can during this last episode. It takes you to a link that will take you where you can spend your points to use them like a raffle. You get points simply by watching. You do not have to do anything else other than just be here and have a good time. That's pretty much it. And you get bonus points if you're subbed. You get bonus points if you gift a sub, and yada, yada, yada. It kind of just, you have your multipliers depending on what you contribute to the community in terms of giving. But all you have to do to get points is free. Just be here, watch, have fun. You can spend as many tickets as you want. There is no limit. And this is the last episode to do it. So if you got points, might as well use them. And make sure to do that before we get to the post-chat section of the stream, which brings me to my next point. You may notice throughout the stream that we do not vocally interact with chat at all. This is nothing personal. We are not ignoring any of your comments. We see them and love them and wish we could do it, but we have a limited time frame for this session every week for how long it can last between when it starts and has a hard cutoff. So we try to be very mindful of that and be precise with our gameplay, our role play, and respect the players' times and everybody that's involved in this and make sure that we do the campaign a good service as well as make it entertaining for you guys. So we do not engage with chat in terms of response vocally. However, most of us do try to interact in chat itself. So you may see us reply to something there whenever we can, barring that we're not engaged in the middle of combat or roleplay or whatever have you. We will try to respond accordingly. However, it's worth noting at the end of the episode, there is a post-stream chat section where it is the quite opposite of that, and the only thing we do is just talk to each other about the episode, answer questions if you have it, and just have a good time. So that is how the stream kind of interacts and what to expect there. SJ, I know we didn't talk a whole lot before. Do you want to do announcements, or you want me to keep going?
You can keep going. You got it.
Okay. So several other things for new people and for veterans alike. So as some of you may know, we have a podcast. You can do exclamation point podcast in the chat, and it'll take you to a link on Spotify. It's also available on Apple Music and I believe Google Podcasts, although we don't have a whole lot of users that use that. So someone can correct me if I'm wrong. But we at least told it to go there, so it's supposed to. That's the best we got there. We also have a special podcast that is reserved for the Patreons only, meaning we have a Patreon, so you can do exclamation point Patreon in the chat to get a link towards that as well if you would like to give or support the community and you would like more of it to go directly towards us, because if you didn't know, although contributions on Twitch are great and we appreciate every last one of them, we would never say otherwise. Twitch does take half or more of it. So if you want to do something that is a little more direct and doesn't, all of your giving is kind of going straight to us and not taken by whatever outlet you're using, Patreon is one of those outlets. And as a result of using Patreon specifically, it allows us to give stuff back to you as well. So we have a bunch of different tiers for what we can do to try and contribute items to you guys, including a Patreon-only podcast. So that is a cool thing we got going on there. We have merch. If you're not familiar, there is exclamation point merch you can do to bring up any items there. We constantly try to revamp and do new items or come up with new quotes as different things happen throughout the episodes, and constantly evolve and add things to that. So make sure to always check that out if you haven't already. And if you ever need to get to it outside of this, it's literally just trialsofimagination.com. Super easy, not overly hard to find. So don't feel like you need just an exclamation point merch command at any point to know where to go there. I'm trying to think if I missed anything particularly, but I feel like that's most of everything, and we'll get a little more to the giveaway side of things at the end of the episode. Just to cover my bases, SJ, can you think of anything that I left out?
No.
Well spoken, long, thought out, deep.
Well, I was gonna say the Super Bowl.
I really like the cliffhanger part of it, where he just left everybody like in suspense. It was really good.
Well, I was thinking. You asked the question, I had to think. I was like going through everything. I was like, no, there was nothing else. The most important thing is that we have the giveaway today.
True that. Oh, I suppose it's worth noting. So, as we do typically at a certain amount of increments of episode, next week we will have a kind of an off week compared to what we're doing now. So the campaign will not continue next week. It'll be the Q&A section for pretty much, basically we haven't done one since, goodness, has it been 20 or did we do one at 25?
I think the last one was at 20.
I think it was at 20. So 10 episodes since the last one. So we'll have a lot of stuff built up. We'll make sure to get some stuff rolling around in Discord for that. So if you're not already a part of Discord, do exclamation point Discord in the chat and come see us and hang out, because we like to have a good time and we talk nerd stuff as well as D&D pretty much all of the time. So that's fun. Unrelated to tonight or D&D specifically, but related to this stream, this coming Sunday, there will be a stream starting that is a collaboration with a group that we are working with. I say we, specifically like the 2-Bit Lane side of the channel. That the group and the company is called Vaults and Deathclaw's Team. They are in the process of designing a Fallout P&P system, which is just a virtual tabletop that's going to be, I mean, the short condensed version, just imagine D&D, but in Fallout, there is variants to that, so it's not a carbon copy, but to get you in the close realm, that's kind of where you need to be thinking. And they're building their own system, and me, my buddy Jay Buston, someone who's actually in chat, which would be Stormer415, if you see him in chat, he'll be joining the fray, and as well as one of their own from their group is all going to be coming together and doing this short mini campaign that's going to happen on Sundays around 4 to 5 p.m. depending on your time zone, and it will be on this channel, so it'll be the exact same place, just on a different day at a different time. So we'll have a little more content going out throughout the week. So if you're into Fallout and you want to see us come goof off and embarrass ourselves, then Sunday will be when to do that, and it'll be the first episode this Sunday, so we will certainly misstep a lot and probably embarrass ourselves and hope that we don't die or do something stupid. So looking forward to that. Super thankful to those guys for giving us the opportunity to be a part of that and to showcase something that's not even released yet. So that's a lot of fun, and hopefully we do it some justice. But anyways, that's enough of that. Back to D&D. I think it's time to get into episode 30. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. And yay, we got the cams. We're good. Welcome back, everybody. Let me put, let's see. Well, if I can get that there. Where's hers at? Why is she down there?
What?
Okay. Putting Beck's little token.
I see it. I was like, why is there a token in my token?
Yeah, it was really strange. Okay. Sorry about that. So Ms. Bex is feeling a little under the weather today, so she's not going to be here. So I will do my darndest to not allow her character to die tonight. So no pressure there. But if anything I've learned is that my dice roll better than her digital dice by far. So I have good faith in that, I suppose.
Why did we give the DM the good dice again? Like, is that
Good? It's a good question.
Yeah, good. Good question.
There's
I'm
been-
still working out the answer.
There's been plenty of times where it's not gone in the enemy's favor and very much in your guys, especially when ones have legendary actions. It seems like it always just goes awry. Anyways, last time on episode 29 of Trials of Imagination, our group got to meet Henrik a little bit for the first time. It is no longer Merc Danjal, but is now known as the character Henrik, of which the group has heard from multiple instances of people around the area that they need to be looking for. They finally get to meet him, but do not get to have a whole lot of information exchange because things are interrupted rather quickly by a variety of things. One being Millard having a dream sequence, in which case it was Millard literally at the footsteps of Castle Ravenloft itself, but not alone, had Omen, Namir, and an unknown entity of the Seven in front of him at the other side, kind of guarding the castle gate in a way. And a little conversation took place, and the short version is Samael, being a no nonsense and very short fused tempered man, quickly got behind Millard and was getting ready to take some form of action upon him before Millard felt himself getting yanked. Even though this is a dream sequence, he gets yanked and wakes up to Henrik and his group kind of in the room, waking him up. And on him was a little piece of cloth from Samael, kind of creating a bit of concern between the dream world and the real world in this Barovia, I suppose. The group carries on, eventually comes to a decision of what to do between hearing stirrings in the bar and having some advice from Henrik and a variety of things. There is some sort of commotion going on at the gate of Vallaki, of which they entered. And Henrik opens up a portal, suggests that they go do that while he goes and checks on the bones of St. Angel to make sure what is going on there, because he is claiming that whatever happened with Zyle earlier in the previous episode should not have been able to happen should the bones of St. Angel still be there. So the party split up. Most of them went to the gates as suggested, while Henrik went to the church to investigate the bones, in which case Millard also decided to go to the church. And a lovely little side quest of Millard's antics was born. And he got to the church, got to meet Father Lucian and talk to Henrik a little bit, and got to take the bones and run and then walk through a portal and land right back where he was, basically, and have a nice interplay between all the characters. It was a nice time. Well done by Jay. And the short version, Millard put the bones back, and we have Henrik open up a portal and allow him to go back. But he asked to go back to the tavern, not to the front gates. And Millard goes to the tavern and has yet another fun antic moment to where he pretty much convinces the barkeep to give him some barrels of alcohol for free. And then we have a Millard by the smallest window of success manage to roll enough strength to roll these barrels the way he wants to. So he doesn't do it prettily, but he manages to do it. And gets these large alcohol barrels all the way to the gate, where in the meantime, our group has realized that there is a large amount of some form of undead, zombie-like creatures, just a ton of them at the end of the gate, as well as some lesser-known entities towards the back that are a little hard to see from that distance and how dark it is, but they can tell that they're not zombies. And they're just slowly approaching the gate. The group begins and trying to attack and dwindle them, and they're quite easily taking them out one by one. But then it becomes aware that more are coming out of the ground and repopulating as time goes by. So that is kind of one of the last things that happened in the battle sense, where Millard arrives and they have some lovely discussions of strategy and what to do with the alcohol, as well as what to do with potentially yeeting Zyle into the middle of everything and hoping things go well there. A lot of fun, a lot of different options. But instead of that, who else but Nadar decides to yeet himself over the gate so that Zyle would not have to be yeeted. So Nadar yoted so Zyle would not be yeeted. And Nadar finds himself on the front side of the gate by himself in front of a horde of undead and some other creatures. And before things could really progress any further, an entity rose from the ground like a black shadow. And it grew and grew and grew to this massive size of roughly 9 feet tall, which standing next to Nadar, who is a dwarf, is towering over him. And in a very soft-spoken voice, kindly asked Nadar and the group if we shall discuss things before they get messy. And that is where we left off last episode. But more importantly, where we pick up this episode. So, Nadar, as you're right there, you see this large dark entity rise slowly. It's not being aggressive. It just rises out and says to you and to the group that shall we discuss things before they get messy. So, what do you do?
Those look like fun to kill.
It turns and looks back down at you. Are you referring to my minions?
Yes.
What purpose do all of you have here in Vallaki at this moment? And as this individual is saying this, even in the dark, all of you, other than Millard, because Millard wouldn't be able to see him from his vantage point, so he probably doesn't even know this is happening, I would think, can notice, unlike any of the other hooded figures you've seen, the rows of this one seem very well kept, which is kind of strange. The others have looked like a typical torn and tattered, dark, like if you want to make a visual comparison, like a Nazgul from Lord of the Rings type of situation, that kind of black torn cloth, not very well kept. This one, however, looks very meticulously well kept and clean.
Who are you? And what do you want?
Short and to the point. I can respect this. Allow me to introduce myself. And he actually bows and holds his hand out, which even bowing is still not getting down to Nadar's height. I am Ephraim of the Seven. Do not concern yourselves with exchanging names, for I know them all.
All right. What do you want?
In short, I would prefer for all of you to leave. We have business that needs attending to here, and we would rather you not get hurt in the process.
What sort of business?
That is not of your concern.
It's of my curiosity.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Okay. I rolled a 2.
That ain't gonna fly.
It will fall.
With
Like
style.
Nadar did at the end of last session.
Without style and with no grace.
He just kind of looking your direction, and it's worth noting it's dark enough where you can't see into the veil of the hood. It just looks like a black emptiness, but the black emptiness turns to face you, and your curiosity is not of my concern.
Well, then you're not getting in.
My dear boy, do not mistake the situation that you are in. None of you or anything in this city can prevent me from allowing these creatures to enter.
Then why don't you do so?
Why? Just why? Why are you egging him on? That's not helpful.
He's got nothing. He's bluffing.
He's one of the 7, and you say he's bluffing?
We've got a strong stone walls and a strong wooden door. He's not going to get through.
Being right at his feet, can I look up and make out more details of his face if there is one?
I
Or
thought you were gonna say, can I kick him in the shin?
I was gonna say that earlier.
Okay.
Let's not do that. Yes, if you want to make a
Being
perception.
at his feet, can I kick him in the shin?
So passive perception won't get it because the height is enough of a disparity, but make a perception check and we'll see what you get.
Where's perception on here? +2. 15.
The 15, you look up and become a little unsettled because upon seeing into the hood, you see a face with no flesh. What seems to be some form of discoloration even, but seems to be pure skeleton.
How does he know it's a face if it doesn't have a nose?
It's a fair point.
Guys, I think he's one of them.
He already said he's one of them.
Wait, he was. This is true. I'm going to call him Skeletor.
I don't think you can do that.
You can't stop me.
He just looks down at Nadar. Does my appearance unsettle you?
A little bit.
Well then. And he's going to take the hood off so that everyone can see. And let's put him here. There you go. So now everybody can see it. And we'll pull the map up just so it's there. Solid red, like deep crimson red skeleton.
So it's what's his name from Captain
With-
America?
Jordan
Well,
Peterson.
Red
Yeah.
Skull.
With what looks like
Oh,
flaming red eyes.
was I half expecting Piplup? Maybe.
So he takes his hood off, and now the rest of the group, other than Millard, sees this sight.
Well, that was unexpected. You still want him to come in?
Of course not.
Then stop inviting him.
I didn't.
You-
I will be straight with all of you. I myself may not enter this domain. It is forbidden by a particular artifact located within these walls. However, in case all of you were not given proper information, it will do nothing to prevent everything behind me from entering.
Okay.
And you are mistaken if you think what you can see is the only thing here.
Oh, we already saw some of them pop out of the ground like daisies. I'm pretty sure there is a lot of them we cannot see here.
You think this group of zombies plus a little bit more is going to be able to
Stop it!
going
Stop
to be able to
antagonizing
get,
the man! I am sorry for him. Just ignore him, please. I beg of you.
you don't
And-
scare me.
You know, just for fun, if you can do what that other 7 guy could do, could you just like go him to the ground like the other guy me to the ceiling? I'd really much appreciate that so he can understand.
I do apologize for the rest of my folk you apparently have run into. Unlike some members of the Seven, I possess no desire to instill fear or frighten anyone.
Could you
That-
just do it for the fun of it?
I do it because it is logical.
Okay.
It is unwise to be on opposing sides of Lord Strahd.
So, if it became illogical to be on Strahd's side, would you switch?
In a
Just wondering.
theoretical situation, perhaps, but I can assure you it is quite unlikely.
Okay.
All right.
Good to know.
So we are now at an impasse. I cannot go in, and I am still forbidden from laying a hand directly on any of you. But there is a task that needs to be done here.
Question. If I kick you in the shin, then are you allowed to hit me?
Please ignore him.
It's a hypothetical.
Hypothetical. Don't ignore him. Do what you must.
My dear boy, the phrase lay a hand on you is more of metaphorical in the sense of I'm not supposed to bring you to death. But if you were to kick me, I would likely retaliate in the same.
So we're gonna play a dwarven game
Oh dear.
I grew up playing called Kickbone. It used to be called Kick Rock, but considering that, I think you understand why it's called that. Mind if I?
I mean, very much so.
Persuasion check with disadvantage.
Sorry, persuasion +1. That's a 14.
This is about to get interesting.
3.
A what?
3.
3.
So 4?
No, 3 total.
Oh. I'm disappointed.
Master Dwarf, if you are to kick me, know that if I kick you back, I will likely accidentally send you sailing several, if not 100 yards over the wall there. I would rather not have to deal with this.
Okay. Maybe later we can play?
I do not understand the point of playing, but perhaps under certain circumstances it could be viable.
Perfect. Carry on. I wasn't here. I just kind of cowered back a little bit.
In a very unsettlingly quick motion, he turns into shadow and dissipates into the ground and rises back up in front of more towards Zyle's territory. And the shadow just emerges from the ground again, and he's back to his physical form. What say you, Mr. Zyle?
Well, if you know my name, you probably know at least a little bit about me and how I feel about this army of abomination you've brought to the door here.
Indeed. But I also do not take any of you for fools, and know that none of you have been in this town long enough to have any form of long-term attachments to anyone here. So it is rather illogical to lose your life from the behest of ones you do not know.
And what exactly is your plan for the citizens of this city?
No plans directly for the citizens. Only one individual in particular. But every entity behind me will do whatever they must do that gets in their way to reach their objective.
Well, you understand that it's illogical for me to stand down against a horde of undead. My sassy friend Mark here has a good point about the fortifications of this city.
I wasn't the sassy one.
We like to mix it up on occasion.
It is most unfortunate.
Nothing personal. You just can't plop an army of undead in front of me and expect me to stand down.
And yet, here we are. So, worth noting, because I know we were kind of in like a combat previously, so if Millard wants to be doing anything in this time, what you got?
I'm just rolling the barrel forward, and I'm hearing like rumblings of what's going on, but can't really make sense of it. I'm just like, I gotta get this to the door.
Okay. To like the gate door?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you perhaps I can try one last other method before things get unnecessarily violent. We are only after the individual named Henrik. We believe him to have been sighted here, perhaps in disguise. He is a rather crafty old man that is hard to track, even for us. If you will but point us in his direction, or even bring him here, you have my word, we will leave and will bring no harm to this city.
Who are you looking for? Because I don't know anyone with that name.
Sounds very unfamiliar to me.
Well then. I suppose then there is no other option.
But who are you looking for? Can we like get a description of what he looks like or something?
And he like kind of looks around at all of you that he can spot and just kind of does a once everyone back. Farewell to you all. I sincerely hope that perhaps we may meet again one day on better terms.
Now we can play Kickbone.
Sure. He dissipates into shadow. And everything gets eerily quiet.
Well, I didn't expect to be coming up with a new sport tonight.
And none of the entities are moving. So at this point, I would say Millard could have arrived at the gate with at least one of the barrels. I don't know if you were trying to roll two at a time or do one and then go back for the other.
So does that mean we get to attack him?
We'll say we've lined them up halfway.
Sure.
Right about
So
here. So they're directly in front of the gate-ish.
they are currently not moving. They're at a dead standstill. And where we left off last time, I believe we went back to the top of the order. So I think we finished everything out. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's how it worked because Nadar got to go last and he ended there. Yep. So that would put it back at Xyle, followed by Ayla, followed by the guard next to Xyle. So, keeping in that spacing, Xyle, what would you like to do?
I am going ready an action that is a sacred flame. And the trigger is going to be them moving toward the gate. And I'm going to target this one with it.
Okay. So if he moves at all, it trips it.
Is it too much of a stretch to say if he moves aggressively toward the gate?
So if he moves passively, it's fine, but
Yeah, if he's just
think
like,
it's- I think it's fine if you just say he moves towards the gate.
Yeah, I think
that's
it's-
just
I think it's fine.
just keep it at that.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
specific enough. Right?
I'm good with that. So if this one right here makes a move towards the gate, then
Yep.
got
Three-
it.
sorry, flash it again. Yes.
3 out of the 9 directions you could move.
Okay. Anything else?
This one, if he jumps all the way over here, does a night move. Now if he moves sideways, shuffles like a crab, he's safe.
Yeah, that's cool. That's not aggressive.
It's called dancing.
That's self-demeaning, if nothing else.
Starts doing the crab dance just on the spot instead of moving anywhere.
Anything else, Sir Richard?
That will be all for the moment.
Okay.
I will
That'll
not
be-
be the aggressor here.
That'll be Ayla, followed by the guard Wazal, followed by Mark.
I will follow Zyle's lead and just ready my bow and aim. And just prepare to shoot if movement.
Okay. Any particular direction?
This one,
Okay.
like this direction.
Sure.
That's
Anything else?
no.
All right. Everybody playing the prepare game. We'll see how it goes. The guard is just gonna kind of look to Zyle with that kind of question, like, am I shooting? We staying?
Guard,
He's just going to say, hold fast, lad.
I've got another idea. Go check out the other gates, see if they're attacking from another angle.
Play that. Stay here.
No, see if they're attacking from another angle. We got this covered. We've got AoE. We can deal with this.
Yes, but I'm
AoE?
pretty sure this is the only gate where this is the last guard.
The guards. No offense, sir, but I don't like all of you enough to commit mutiny and potentially face death after this resolves. I don't know where you're from, but
we need to find out if they're attacking from another direction.
and I need
Then
to
you
not
go.
die.
I am exhausted.
Well, and he has orders to be at this gate and has no
Okay.
orders to follow what we say.
All right.
Wait, guys,
someone
what's
has
going
to
on
do
up
it.
there? Why are you yelling? And
He's
why
trying
aren't
to get this
you
man killed.
firing stuff at whatever's out there?
They're not attacking yet.
Who's not attacking yet?
The dead
The-
people.
Undead.
Wait, there's dead people. That's what we're fighting.
We're
Yes.
fighting undead.
That's much worse. But why? So we're fighting undead. Why aren't we fighting them? Like you guys I just hearing you
They're not-
yelling from the parapets.
They're not attacking.
So what's going on? We're not attacking, or we're attacking.
Waiting.
We can't just wait here. We need to deal with these guys.
I look at Zyle.
I also look at Zyle.
I glare at the zombies.
Okay.
And they're all just standing static right now, huh?
That's correct. So I'll give Zyle a response and then we'll continue down the turn order.
Mark's definitely got a point about an attack from somewhere else. But I don't know who we could spare to go there.
I could go there. I could not be here.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I like that very much.
I'd
I
like
didn't know
that
we were
too.
facing a horde of undead.
I'd like that too.
See, Mark
I'll
is
fight for
totally
you
on.
to go.
Mark is on my side. He thinks I should also go.
Well, what about your barrel idea?
We can do that.
You don't know what it is.
What do you mean I don't know what it is?
All we know is he brought barrels.
To go boom?
We did discuss that plan,
You're right.
but now that Nadar's, well, he's not inside the walls. It makes a little bit less sense.
Do I hear them talking about the alcohol?
We just have to get Nadar out of the way.
Yeah, we
Here's-
just have to tell him that the barrels are inside. He'll come back.
What does the guard do on his turn?
Oh, yeah,
He-
it's still the guard's turn.
He doesn't do anything on his turn. He's listening to Zyle and just staying put.
Okay.
So that's going to bring it to Mark, followed by Millard, followed by Elbreth.
All right. I guess I'll prepare to attack this guy, and I guess I can't telekinetically shove one of them. So I just not bonus action this turn.
Okay. So just prepping the attack, but not actually attacking.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. All right.
Zyle, what should we do? It's my
Um,
turn, right?
What I meant to say also was firebolt.
Got it. Okay. Yes, it'll be Millard's turn after Mark's.
Yep.
All right, Millard, if you can, go check that nearest gate. Don't
Will
engage
do.
unless you have to. Come back and let us know what's going on.
You know me. I ain't gonna start a fight I can't win. I kicked the barrel that's in front of me towards the gate.
Okay. Roll a strength check.
Okay.
Is it going downhill or
Not really.
level terrain?
Level.
Okay.
11? How far can I kick the barrel? So, like, it's a round barrel. Like, it'll fall over in a roll.
Right. For the sake of, you did like put it down before kicking, right? So that it can, physics can take over, or did you kick it while it's standing up?
It's standing up. So, like,
Okay.
I'm trying my best to kick it into a rolling position and look cool.
Okay. With an 11, you kick
5
and
feet.
it just manages to go a little 5 feet, and you really, really did a number on your toe.
No, it's like a straight kick.
Yeah.
Yep.
No physical damage, just more like ah.
Oh.
No, if it's upright,
Knees
you
on
like,
what they
kick it
used
with
to
your
be.
heel.
1, and then I'm gonna run 1, 2, 6. And that'll be it.
Okay. All right. Elbreth is going to follow suit and follow Zyle's lead, and will prepare an attack more so in this direction over here.
Hex. What about Hex?
Hmm?
What?
Hex.
Heck?
We'll see.
Is she gonna Hex?
We'll see.
We'll find out.
Let her take her turn.
Yeah, she's not saying what she's doing. She's just saying she's preparing an attack. Okay, so she's not. The point is she's not going to attack or do anything this turn. She's just going to follow suit. Okay, so that brings us to Nadar before the top of the order. So, Mr. Nadar,
I shall move out here. Bonus action rage. A tail has now appeared at my back, out of my tailbone sort of thing.
It's like a lizard tail or what kind of tail?
It looks like sort of a blackish lizard tail. And I shall swing my great axe into the zombie in front of me.
Nadar, don't get surrounded.
Light.
19, 20, 21, 23 to hit.
okay. Which one are you aiming at specifically?
The one directly in front of me.
All right.
This one.
Well, it definitely hits. So
Yes.
roll for damage.
11 damage.
Okay. That one falls down. And the second you do that, the entirety of the horde is no longer being still, but they all turn your direction. And they all make a move towards Nadar. Instead of towards the gate, they're all moving towards Nadar.
He shuffled sideways.
The guy right beside him, though?
The guy right beside him is going to attack him.
With the kid.
I will use my reaction to add a d8 to my AC with the tail.
Since I had the action ready, can't I just shoot the one next to it when I see it's starting to attack Nadar? Like, I don't know how this works. That's why I'm asking.
It depends.
So
was your
how
wording?
Did you describe it?
Yeah, was your wording the same as Richard's, which was if it makes it towards the gate?
No, I said that I was just prepared if this guy moved.
Okay.
Yeah, if that's fine, then you can take a shot at it.
Okay. Yay.
Let's see how good your archery skills are now.
Well, I mean,
Been a
I
day.
got that last one.
Beginner's luck. Says the actual archer of the group.
Right? Okay.
You're a monk, though. You do monk things.
I do monk things.
You do monk things.
So, is it... I add the +5, right? Man, it's been a minute. 16.
What's your...
Her longbow
What's your
has a...
dexterity?
Bows are dexterity weapons.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, she has a longbow, technically, which she added in, so it has a hit of +5.
Yeah, so 16.
Okay. I didn't know if she accidentally... Like, I don't know if D&D Beyond accidentally adds the proficiency modifier. Because I didn't think she had...
my die.
Either way.
Well,
the efficiency modifier, yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't know if you're proficient in it.
I am proficient in it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Elves either way, they don't.
Right.
Either way.
He's an elf.
16.
They don't have the highest AC of things, so it's really not that big of a deal. Okay, so you're definitely going to hit it. So give me some damage.
Yay. All right. Yes, this is an 8. Okay. 5 plus 3. So 8. 8.
Okay. So that one will take a hit, but
Yay.
does not go down.
He's not dead.
It's kind of...
It's undead, as Liam has told me many times.
It just turns. Now it's just got an arrow just sticking out of its neck.
Joy.
Nadar, how much do you have plus your AC?
Well, it didn't attack him.
AC's
Instead, it turned and looked at me, right?
For the...
Yeah, but you didn't kill it.
What's
I didn't
I
kill
have
it,
to know
but I
the,
stopped it from killing Nadar.
the wording for this is if a creature you can see within 10 feet of you hits me, so the AC has, so the attack roll has to beat a 14. Then I can add the D8
Okay.
to the roll, potentially causing the miss.
It's a 19.
Okay. That is a 21 AC chain. A bump up to 27 or 21. So that attack misses me.
Wait, who attacked?
Well, it's more like you block it, right? With the
Yeah,
tail.
it'd be more like a
Tail,
block than a miss.
like
but-
sweeps the attack out of the way. Yeah.
All right.
So that's the one reaction I get this turn, my ace.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Let me. Oh boy.
Oh boy, oh boy.
So, one of the ones more into the back territory disappears. Kind of does the shadow trick to where it goes into the ground. And none of you can see detail because it's so far back, but you can see that an object disappeared. And for its turn,
Back here, you piece of filth.
it shows up right in front of you, except it looks like Millard comes out of the
I was
ground.
about to say, did you bring up the wrong token there?
Nope.
Nope, it's me.
It's me, everyone.
So, to Nadar's eye, it looks like Millard just came out of the ground.
Oi, mate. How's it going?
Kill you.
I mean, you have no idea. It's not. It would look and sound just like Millard.
No, no. Nadar just wants to kill Millard for the heck of it.
He has a somewhat more gravelly voice.
Okay.
Sounds about right.
Nadar's bored. He wants to have some fun fighting with a friend.
Nadar, what are you doing? You going crazy again? Millard, what are you doing over there?
Oh boy. All right. Well,
Wait, so
It
I
turns
see,
and gives Mark a smile.
I see Millard pop up, and I turn to look at where I last saw Millard.
and you can still see Millard.
Okay, like, I tap, Mark, I don't think that's Millard, and then I point to the real Millard.
Oh.
This is not good.
Okay, I'm reading something to make sure I understand how this works.
Quick, everybody, do something awesome before he comes back.
Okay, this is when I use Fan of Knives, and I kill 10 zombies. And
Yep.
once I kill them, they each explode with a Fan of Knives, killing 10 more zombies.
Those Phantom Knives turn into ice knives, which then
And-
explode, killing more zombies.
I summon
And then-
you two to take care of the back row.
And then I hit Nadar with the sun.
And I deflect it with my axe of ultimate deflection.
Now, you know that I have to roll first to see if I can find the sun.
Yes,
So
I do.
on
But that totally will happen if I find the sun.
on what we will refer to as New Millard's turn.
I think we should call him Dillard.
Sure. On Dillard's turn,
Because
he closes
He's dead.
business because their business is
'cause he's
unsuccessful.
dead. Okay.
He's undead.
Deadard. Is it
Undead.
Deadard?
Dillard.
You don't know if this thing's undead or not.
Okay.
He's about to be.
He has a nose, so
You see Dillard look down, hold his hands out like this, and snap. And when it does, a yellow cloud just emits from him and surrounds Nadar and that whole area in a 20-foot radius. So
Starting from himself?
starting from himself at the center point, 20-foot radius. So no one at, see, 5, 10, 15, 20.
This is funny.
10.
That's
I'll
a
say for the
wall.
sake of, because you're elevated, so no one in the castle is going to be affected, but Nadar needs you to roll a Constitution save.
Oh, beauty. I have a +5. Is this a poison?
Mm-hmm.
It's a Constitution save. Well, yeah.
Yes. I was asking if it's a poison because I have advantage against poison.
But it's
Is
a
it
Constitution save. Right. So
Yeah, it's a
you have-
Constitution save, but I get advantage on saving throws against poison.
Yeah.
So that is an 18.
Nope.
Is he gonna die? This ain't a medium shot.
Yeah, this was not okay.
DC was 19. Dang it.
I'm thinking more like an even number, like 24.
I thought it was 32.
It was pretty high.
30?
Okay. I got to roll a few dice.
Not to 50.
Oh. That's not good. buddy.
This smells a little funny.
I think it's worse than that.
Yes.
Oh no. All
I'm
right.
just watching Richard being like, Nadar's gonna die.
All right. This is fine. Everything's fine. Do you have
See if you're-
does it on the description of your sheet, do you have resistance to poison or is it just advantage on the throws?
Give me a sec. I have to look at my... Yes, I have resistance to poison as well.
That's about best case scenario for you.
No, the best case scenario is he doesn't get poison damaged at all.
With
As a note, I don't have Revivify yet, so
I know.
resistance, you take 27 damage.
Whoa.
Welcome to the land of the unliving.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
What's this one do? Nope, that does nothing.
Okay.
Oh.
And this thing lasts up to 10 minutes.
The poison. Like, is he poisoned?
Not yet. We'll see on the next turn. But buckle up. That's all I gotta say to that one. And now that it's not trying to disguise anymore, it's no longer Millard. Instead, it's gonna look a little more. Let's see,
Nadar
like this,
like a fish?
where you see like a more like a ogre-sized amphibian with spikes on its back.
Like a frog?
Yeah.
Like a Jurassic Park frog?
Yeah. There's a good description. Jurassic Park frog. Okay. So that goes back to the top of the turn order, which will be Zyle followed by Ayla followed by the guard. So, Mr. Zyle, now having seen Nadar initiate, seeing the entire horde move, and seeing some odd magic take place, do as you will.
let's see. Dang. All right, I'm going to attempt a guiding bolt on the creature that just emitted the poison cloud.
Okay.
Let's see. That is, if I can find it again. Please hit. Ah, it was so close to a 20. It's a 7 to hit.
That does not hit. Just a little off the mark.
Yeah. It was on a 20 and it tipped over.
That would have been cool.
Because I threw out a spiritual weapon last time, it was like here.
Mhm.
Is that still up? That lasts for a minute, so I don't know how long the chat.
It's hard to calculate, so I would just say for the sake of, we'll leave it for this turn, and if it's still, it would dissipate by next turn.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna move it and take a swing at him then.
Okay.
Let's see if this does better. I did do better. That's an 8. Technically better.
Which one are you trying to hit?
The same thing. The little
Nope.
kind of froggy thing.
Yeah, that little froggy
that was
thing
a
is
productive turn.
that little froggy thing is like I don't know, like 8 to 9 feet tall. They're pretty big.
Well,
Remember Jurassic Park.
Yep. Okay. Anything else?
nope. That's about all I can do.
Okay. All right. Ayla, followed by the guard, followed by Mark.
Let's see. I guess I will change my target and shoot an arrow at this guy as well.
We should be targeting the weaker ones. Than the
Not the guy who's gonna poison me to death.
You
Anyway,
need to retreat, Nadar.
Nadar isn't smart enough to do that. He's going to attack.
He does not have much
22.
intelligence. 22 to hit.
He's reaching. He has even less intelligence.
What is your intelligence? What is
8.
Nadar's?
8.
It's still like
I know.
not terrible. He's not.
It's not terrible, but it's still.
He's 8 intelligence, drunk, and raging. Bad combination. All right.
So right now his intelligence is sitting at like an actual 5.
So you said 22 to hit.
yeah, I hit. Yeah,
Okay, that does hit.
and then I hit with 8.
8 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you see the arrow just take, and it doesn't even really flinch all that much, but it does go into it. It just didn't seem to like have a visceral reaction to it, but it does immediately just kind of turn its head your direction and makes eye contact with you. And it's focused on you now.
Mark, I request that you watch my back.
I can't do that. But
So helpful.
we'll do something.
I end my turn.
Okay. The guard is just kind of looks back to Zyle. Now?
Yes.
Okay.
Please.
Are we shooting the dead or the weird cloud thing?
Yes. All of them.
Oh, okay. I don't have
Focus the cloud thing if you can.
Oh, okay. He's gonna try and see if he can. That's a big fat no. Okay, well.
Then he hit Nadar.
That was a 2.
Guards are
Doesn't
undertrained in this city.
Oh.
Well, he had a good hit bonus, but it doesn't help when you roll a 2.
Undertrained and
doesn't.
overpaid.
Oh, I know.
Okay. He shoots and it much same as yours, like just kind of misses the mark just a little. And no effect there. Okay, that's going to shift to Mark, followed by Millard, followed by Elberth.
Okay. I want to. Can I telekinetically shove this guy to right here?
You can try.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. DC 14 strength save.
Passes.
Oh, it's got good strength.
What?
Passes.
Passes, okay. I am going to use my action to dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. That's my turn.
Okay. And there. All right, so that's Millard, followed by Elberth, followed by Nadar.
I'm gonna keep running because nobody said anything to me.
Yep. With the goal of doing what Mark said, of going to look for
What Zyle said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
So this will get me off the map, but
Sure. Okay. So Millard is going in pursuit of checking the other gates and seeing.
yeah, I'm gonna. This is the southern gate, right?
This is the eastern gate.
Okay, but it's the gate we came through, right?
Correct. Correct.
Okay, so I'm gonna head towards the northern gate.
Okay.
As like first, you can tell. You can decide however long it takes me to get there.
Okay. All right. Okay. So Elbereth is going to move a little closer in. Let's see, what's the distance here? Yeah. We're going to do a good old blast to the face. Okay, that's that plus 5. Hey, that actually hits. Okay.
She does have Hex up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to take. She's going to hit it for 9 damage. Okay. So Zyle and Ayla can see that Elberth shoots, and this time of the group that has tried to hit this thing, whereas Ayla hit it as well, hits it with her Celestial Blast, and it hits and kind of singes a little bit, and you just see it just kind of flex in anger. Okay. Nadar.
Yeah.
Godspeed.
Yes. I am not on the right thing. I'm going to move 5 feet this way. I'm going to attack the zombie in front of me with a 15 to hit. Does that hit?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, 12 slashing damage.
Okay. It's worth noting. I want to make sure you know what you're doing here. You decided to move, or you have two
Yes,
enemies that were directly next to you.
I'm still in melee range of them.
Mhm.
There's the whole. I'm quite aware.
Okay.
I still have my tail out, so I have that reaction AC. And
Okay.
for the other 2 opportunity attacks I'll be taking, I am hoping my resistance will at least keep me awake.
Yep. It's bold strategy. Let's see if it pays off for him.
It is. So I can move another 20 feet. And then I just shove past him if he's still standing. Just go like that. Go over there as best I can.
Roll a strength check with advantage. They're not very strong.
Yes. 22.
So yeah, you can do that, but let's do some opportunity attacks, shall we?
Yes.
Now did you land there on purpose right next to that token?
Sort of. We're not doing the diagonals for movement, so I had to pick one of the 4 cardinal directions to get out of the cloud.
Sure. Okay.
So it was either that way, off the map the other way, or past like 5 other zombies the other way.
Okay. You're doing all right so far. With your current buff, what does it need to roll to be able to hit you?
Currently it's 14, but one of them will be I'm gonna reaction my tail.
Somehow, not a single one of them hit you.
None of them beat a 14. Cool. So I don't need to reaction. I still have that this turn.
That's rare. Mm-hmm.
Cool. So I'm out of the cloud
Minotaur won't die.
at 7 health.
And not in a good spot.
Uh-oh.
Ah!
Oh, there goes Bex.
Cams. Well, she
Big's back.
I'm in her twice. Okay.
My
Uh,
my only option would be swapping to the mouth, which would cost a rage, so I can heal for 2 health, which does nothing at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not working.
But you are out of the clouds, so it's something to be said.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. What
All right.
can I do for? I have no other bonus actions.
Is that it for your turn?
Yeah, because I'm not wielding 2 weapons. I get
Okay.
2 weapon fighting.
So, all right, horde time. Let's see, this one dies. 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 No.
You're saying good words, but I'm getting a very bad feeling. But maybe they died from the yellow smoke. I'm hoping.
That would be a logical consensus, but
Okay.
I mean, you really, all you see is the ones in front of you. Everything around this creature is dead. Let's see.
You said it's a 20-foot cloud, so that's a
Yep.
big radius.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to get all of them here.
There
I
you
guess
go.
everybody. Yep. Okay. So that
Did
cleared
my
out.
line there help you figure it out?
It's the little victories.
That cleared out a few of them.
A little bit.
Yeah, I'm quite aware there's what is this one closest to me? It's just like a skeleton I would have fought before. Probably. Not that I can think straight.
From your perspective, it just looks like a pure skeleton.
Okay. That's all I was wanting to know. Is like, does this thing like a skeleton?
Yep. Looks just like a skeleton with an axe.
Yep.
Yep. That's all you got. Okay. So that ends the door's turn. That skeleton is going to try to hit you.
You don't say.
Did you say that ends Nadar's journey?
No, he's a turn.
So ends Nadar, son of Hootum. All right. Let's see here.
It has to be the 14 at first before I can add my reaction.
You lucky dog. 13. So
Cool.
13 does not hit.
No, it does not hit.
So this one having like a large axe just kind of takes a wide swing to over and hit you, but wide enough to where you can see it coming and kind of step out of the way. Okay.
You like axes then? You're gonna meet mine.
The one down is going to move up and try to hit you. Same. That's even worse. That's an 11, so that's not going to hit either.
Cool.
Okay. It's the same thing, just slow attack, so you kind of see it coming.
Nidar just starts laughing.
And this one's also going to move at you and try to hit you. That's a 3. All right. Well,
Okay.
okay.
Keep this
No.
up in the dark in one-handed army.
Man, just flip to nothing but
One-handed,
bad rolls
two-hand.
tonight. My gosh.
Perhaps you need to go buy a lottery ticket.
Yep.
I really do.
I sit down and just watch the show.
All right. So that
Don't do that. He'll die.
everything else is going to move.
I really need those fog guys taken care of at the very least, and maybe then some healing.
Now these fog guys.
Well, all my healing is touch range, so you went
Yeah.
the wrong direction for that.
I'm sorry, I couldn't climb up the hill or the wall.
Sorry, I can't help you either.
That's fine. I'm hoping Elberth has like healing word.
Uh-oh.
Oh, spaghetti-o.
Frogman came toward me.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Try
Goes here and jumps at what seems like it is not bound by gravity
Oh dear.
and jumps over you
Oh joy.
and lands right here.
Mark, what did I say about watching my back?
All right.
Did
You
the
have your
poison
monk
cloud
trap.
stay?
Poison
or
cloud
did it
stayed.
Follow with it.
Yeah, it's not following. It's stationary. Where he
Oh joy.
that would have been bad.
That would be terrible.
Yes,
Yes.
it would.
Considering I don't think Ayla has resistance and advantage on poison stuff.
It's not a crazy high attack. Remember 16?
15.
15's Racy? Okay, this is gonna hit then.
Dang it.
Okay.
Hold up the bow.
Nope. Right now, it's just doing more of a feral type of move, so it's going to do a claw attack on you.
More.
Is that the sound it makes?
Yes.
Wow.
And it hits twice, just so you know. So let me roll for this. Okay, well, that's even.
like-
It hits twice. The second roll is even higher, so both are going to hit.
Alright, just give me the total damage.
Okay.
240. Best
I'm
guess.
dead.
339,220 million.
That's not bad.
Wah.
I have to separate them because of elements.
Types.
Since it jumped into my space, I don't get attack of.
No, that's only in Pathfinder that attacks
Yeah.
or when enemies move in.
Okay.
Yeah, it's when it leaves.
Plus, you were readying your bow, so it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense unless you're just going to turn and
Was
shoot
I
it in the
readying
face.
it again? I didn't think I was readying it again.
Well, you've been
No.
holding it. Did you switch weapons?
I've been holding the bow. No,
That's the-
I could
that's-
Yeah.
whack him on the
You've-
top of the head with
That's the
bow.
point. Like,
You
what are you
fired
going to do?
If I had the arrow, you could go poke.
No.
Except you launch the arrow into one of the zombies that got poisonated.
Look,
Anyways.
guys, just let the zombie Waluigi frog do his attack.
Yes.
All right.
So you
what
take-
was the attack?
You take 2 slashing,
Okay.
but then
I
you
don't know
take,
what that means.
well, just basically,
It's a slash.
it's a type of attack. If you happen to have resistance to it, that's all you need to know,
Oh.
but you don't. So you're going to take 9 necrotic.
So 11.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay.
11 total, but also the 9, I believe, also lowers your max hit points to the long rest.
Mm-hmm.
So your max HP is reduced by 9, as well as your regular HP.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
HP modifier, is that what you're telling me?
You don't have to do all that. Just
No, you
know
just
that if
look-
someone tries to heal you, you're currently handicapped by 9.
But I'm at 10.
Your max is 21, so right now, 12 is as high as you can go.
Yeah, your new max is 12.
Okay, new max is 12. Okay.
Yep. I was just saying, don't bother changing the sheet if you can just do that in your head. But if you need to change the sheet, go for it. Whatever works for you.
yeah. Or like write a note on a notebook or something.
Yep. Okay, that's going to end it for everything there. We go back to the top of the order. So we're at Zal, followed by Ayla, followed by the Garden.
Is it possible for me to make it up here?
Yeah, that's
Where
it's
Ayla's
not
at?
that's not a huge separation from where you're at in that.
Let's see. What can I do here? No, I need to save that in order to heal. Okay. All right. Gonna try and hit this thing with a sacred flame.
Yep.
It's a dex save for a hit.
Mhm.
And that DC is 13.
At 20. All the times to roll a high roll.
I told
Yeah,
you. We gave
yeah.
Wrong
the
dice, Matt. Wrong dice.
I
those
wanted
aren't
that to
the
happen.
DM dice. Those are the player dice.
Dang it.
You're supposed to use that forever.
My spiritual weapon is
Yep, you're right.
gone. So I do not have a bonus action. All right, well, I'm just there now in this thing's face,
Well,
trying to
at
draw
lea-
its attention.
At least Ayla's not alone.
Not alone.
Silver lining. Well, that being said, Ayla, it's your turn. So Zal just arrived, tried to at least do something.
Yep. Alright, so I'm gonna do an unarmed strike. So I'll start with that. Just an unarmed strike. Dang it. 6.
That does not hit.
Alright, and then can I still do the bonus action?
What do you want to do?
Does the bonus
Fury
action-
of blows.
Yeah, I mean,
I
that's.
think that
Flurry of blows.
Yeah.
Flurry. Sorry.
Yeah, it's good.
That is a monk bonus action. So, I mean,
Yeah, to do.
and it compounds with unarmed strike.
15.
It does not hit.
Flurry of blows is multiple unarmed strikes, right?
Yeah,
And-
it's 2
yeah.
unarmed strikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I roll again?
Yeah.
Yep.
13.
Does not hit.
Yeah. What a time to roll 13.
Okay. Anything else?
It's right in front of me. How does it not hit?
It's, well, we say not hit. Like, likely in
I
the
know.
narrative sense, it probably just blocks.
Right.
Or the scales, the hide's too thick.
Yeah. It's just, dinosaur frog. Punching doesn't do well.
Punch not do good.
No punch. All right. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. The guard is kind of like looking and seeing that Zao is now kind of going over there and just assuming, just
And accomplishing nothing.
Just keep shooting. He's going to shoot at this one. 7, that hits. Damage. Okay, well, he manages to hit it. It doesn't kill it, but he does manage to shoot an arrow into the throat of that one. Lovely sight, because it kind of just does that, and the neck just kind of just pops backwards. It's just staring at the sky, but still slowly moving forward as it just stares up. Okay. It's going to end his turn. It's Mark, followed by Millard, followed by Elbreth. So, Mr. Mark.
Can I see what's happening in the nest?
From
the
the
tower?
you
In the
you
parapet
can
area.
you wouldn't be able to see detailed, but you can tell that Zhao and Ayla are in there and they are fighting something. So you wouldn't know like the intricacies of what's going on, but you know an enemy is there.
I mean, it's pretty tall, right? So,
Right.
like, he can see it.
If I have line of sight, I'm going to cast Magic Missiles level 2.
Ironically, because of this thing's height, you would barely have line of sight.
Okay.
Barely.
Pew pew pew.
So I get 4d4 plus 4.
If it had been shorter, you would not have gotten it.
How tall is this thing? Isn't it like 7
One.
feet? You said
Another one.
The creature?
the creature.
Another
Like
one.
8 to 9 feet.
No.
Oh, yeah.
That's tilted.
Yeah, he doesn't see much of it, just enough of it to, in a technical sense, be able to do the spell.
So 6 plus 4 is 10 damage.
Okay.
What
type? I don't remember what type of that damage is that.
force? It's
Force.
force. So that's my action. Can I bonus action kick the barrel?
Go for it.
Okay. I'm gonna bonus action kick the barrel.
It's a 1d4 kick damage.
All right, give me a strength check.
Okay. My strength modifier. Yeah, I thought so.
It is on its side right now.
Yeah, because Millard kicked it over, so it is at least more advantageous now to kick.
Okay, 15 minus 1.
All right, where are you trying to kick it?
Towards the stairs.
The stairs. So here. All right,
Yeah.
you do that, no problem. It rolls and hits the bottom of the stairwell.
All right. That's my turn. Oh wait, actually I can move.
We're gonna have a Helm's Deep situation here.
Yep.
Oh, wait, I thought these were the stairs.
That's like a wooden stable thing.
Like these are
Oh.
actual stairs right here.
Oh, okay, I went the wrong way.
If you wanted to go here, that like either way you would have achieved it. It's just
Okay.
know that that's not stairs.
Okay. All right. I'm going to, I guess, move right here.
Okay.
All right, that's my turn.
Okay. So that puts us to Mr. Millard, followed by Elbreth, followed by Nadar.
I will sprint towards the other northern gate.
Right. This is the hard one because not a whole lot of time passes between these things. But so Millard is sprinting. You make it past the fleet of dead guards that is where Zao encountered the being, and you can kind of take note of the mass amount of bodies in the area. And roll a perception check.
And no way I'm gonna get blamed for that later. 5.
5?
5.
Okay.
I'm in a hurry.
You're in a hurry. You don't notice much of anything. You just keep on going.
There's bodies.
Let the bodies hit the floor, as they say. And just keep on going. All right. You don't notice anything. You take a right at where the tavern is and start making your way to the pathway that leads to the north section. I need you to make a stealth check,
Hey, this one's much better.
which is going to be interesting because you're running. So a dare would probably neutral, I would think, because well, let me ask: does Millard have natural advantage or only when sneaking in stealth?
I don't think he has advantage to stealth.
I think
he's
it's just
just-
when sneaking.
No, because I'm a swashbuckler.
Okay.
So yeah. Like, I'm a rogue, but not that type of rogue.
Wait, I thought you were a thief.
No. I mean,
Nope.
I am, like, profession-wise,
Yeah.
but not class-wise.
No, I mean yes, but
But no.
I'm
But
not
no.
that. I'm the it's more like the pirate type of thief, where he'll take your stuff, but he'll be nice about it.
it's more like
Because he'll tell you.
guidelines. Okay, so in that case, stealth check with disadvantage.
Yeah. 16. I do have fleet feet.
Whew. All right, then. You keep going.
I do remember there is something out there. Millard might not, but I as a player know.
That's good. That's good. Hold on to that. All right. Anything else specifically? Because that's going to be all like the things you encounter for that one turn.
No, that'll be it.
Okay. All right. On to Albert's going to do the same thing again. Oh, yeah, that definitely hits. This one's weak, so it really doesn't even matter what I roll. Yeah. This one gets eradicated. Just gone. Okay. And she will, let's see. Seeing the circumstance and the amount of gap here, I think she's going to move towards you guys. What's her... Okay, she's going to... It's kind of going to be like the limited of her movement, but she's going to vamp out her wings and use them to get up on top with you guys. She's not going to be able to do anything this turn. It's going to be like the end of the movement, and she has already used her action, but she'll at least be with you guys.
That way we can die together.
You can die as one. All right,
I can't get hit again.
Mr. Nadar, followed by the Horde, followed by Zyle.
Okay. My turn.
My
I got
turn.
these three guys
my
around
turn.
me. Hi. I hate the wording of two-weapon fighting. Because it doesn't work well with my with Great Axe as primary weapon. I can't have the tail and have that attack as a bonus action while I attack with the Great Axe. Because two-weapon fighting specifies the light weapons. I'm gonna reckless attack the skeleton who was the first one right beside me.
Yep.
So that's a 14 plus 5, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 19 to hit the skeleton.
It hits.
Okay. So then I do 1d12 plus 5. That's 11 slashing damage.
Okay. Where specifically do you try to hit it?
I try and take its head off.
Okay. You successfully do that, but it's still standing.
Yeah. Okay. It now just has no head.
Right, yeah, it's still...
That's not how that was supposed to work.
Because it's still in battle stance, but it has no head.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
No, unless you will. This is where I want to get your opinion. Would you allow me to bonus action attack with the tail? The wording, because I have as a bonus action I can 2-weapon fighting. The wording in it specifies light, which would imply my hands or my hand axes. But because the tail is behind me, I can feasibly swing with the axe. Like, how I can imagine is like I'm swinging with the axe, and the tail moves out and attacks the other skeleton, let's say. Like, it would only work for the tail.
Sure, and we'll say it'll only work in the direction sense. So if you're facing one, and it has to be the thing that's supposed to, you can't like move mid-turn and redirect and target. Yep.
Yeah, so like I wouldn't be able to attack like this. That I'm not on the right. The skeleton that was here first.
Correct.
And then the zombie. It would have to be
the bottom one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that. Okay, so then I will attack again. That's
You gonna need it.
Yes, 15, 16, 17, 18. Well, that's a dirty 20.
Yeah, it hits.
8 piercing damage.
Okay. Did you go for the head on that one as well?
That one would more just be more towards the midsection with the tail.
Okay. You successfully take some ribs off.
Okay.
It's just kind of like mostly spinal cord in the center now.
Sweet.
But it's still
Chop this thing in half.
still standing without. It doesn't seem to have moved a whole lot. It's still doing its thing.
Yes. That is everything I can do.
Okay. So that's going to end your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Suddenly, Nadar specifically, roll a strength check with disadvantage.
Because I'm raging, would that just cancel the disadvantage?
It's not combat related, so I'm going to say no.
Okay. They're both 13s plus 3.
Okay, 16 total.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not going to take any damage because you rolled high enough, but suddenly a large gust of wind and debris just suddenly just kind of like comes in from the wood line and just blows everything back and actually pushes Nadar as well as some of these entities forward quite a good bit because it knocks everything prone, so none of these are standing.
So my question would be, did I succeed the saving throw?
You succeeded in what I did that would have caused you to have damage.
Okay. Because then my next question would be, am I also prone?
Does it clear the
Because I
poison
saved.
cloud? That's the most important question.
It does.
It is indeed.
Yes, because that's part of the description of the cloud. The wind will disperse it.
Dissipate it. Okay.
Yep. So since you pass, you are not prone. So Nadar is standing. The enemies are prone. To clarify.
That's what I was asking for clarification.
Yeah.
Was I prone or not?
Yep. Nope.
And also, what did that?
Nadar doesn't care
The
about
second
that.
most
Right now.
important question.
What if it's a dragon?
Then he will be trying to get in.
Then
You hear the familiar voice of Ephraim in the air. Enough games.
Well, I thought we were gonna play one later.
And suddenly, like a unexpected bolt of lightning. Something massive lands dead in the center of the area where the gust came from.
Boop.
Oh.
Joy.
Excuse me, what?
And before
Yeah,
you
what?
you see what you can only describe, and I'm not going to stretch it to fit the actual size because it would take up half the dang screen, but a massive, just flesh gone, what appears to be dragon of some kind with glowing green eyes. It appears to have some form of undead effect to it, and just lands and just kind of lets out a guttural roar that shakes the very foundation of everything around you.
What's that?
Well,
I can't see it, by the way.
But you can hear it.
Yeah.
Can I
that's
hear
why
it?
I said, what's that?
Yeah.
It's-
Can Miller
My
hear
friend,
It's,
what that is time to go.
It's worth noting this thing's a lot taller than the castle. So if you're at all looking that direction, which Millard cannot, he's well past the point.
Okay.
But
Okay.
Mark, if you looked, you'd see top parts of it. Wings for sure.
But
I
did
would say
Miller hear it?
arrive.
I heard two things at once. What?
Did Millard hear it?
Miller could have heard some sort of landing of like a boom type of sound.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Does it look enough like a dragon that Nadar would interpret it as a dragon?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's undead, so I'm just asking. Is there enough
Right.
flesh on the thing to, like, really know that it's a dragon and not just,
Yeah.
like, some creepy bone pile?
It's a good question.
That's a large bone pile if it's a bone pile.
Just saying.
Yes, it's pretty unmistakable that it's a dragon.
It's a dragon. Okay.
Okay. Nadar is now peeing his pants. To say the least.
And again, the shadow emerges at the gate, and Ephraim comes out. I will give you all one last opportunity to be wise here. Or shall
look
this
at Ziel.
end in blood?
Do we even know where Henrik is at this point?
Millard would be the only one that might have a clue.
He told you guys he was going to the church.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all you got.
But also considering that we didn't, like, he didn't reveal, like, who he was until a few sessions ago. Do we have a reason to trust him anymore in that information? With that information?
That's
I
up to
mean,
you.
the fact that they said they had information that he was there, I would assume that would pretty much confirm it's like, okay, that person really was Hendrik. If we had any resignation on that.
Yeah.
I mean, I trust him more than the guy throwing undead hordes at us. So
Yeah.
Me too.
Wise.
But I am also now scared out of my mind.
Can't imagine why.
No reason. That has nothing to do with the big Dracolish in front of us.
Ziel, what are we going
it's
to do?
time to leave. I don't know where your quarry is, but you've clearly demonstrated your power here. And we want none of it.
Very well. Simply move from the gate and we shall proceed.
Can I just back up as close to the wall as I can?
Sure.
I'm gonna,
Like,
if
that's
I
all I'm
can,
doing.
I'm gonna pull the rope out of my pack and roll it down where he can try and climb up it.
This thing, no pun intended, leapfrogs down into the area. Now, I'll give any of you a chance if you wanted to make an opportunity of attack on it, go for it. But you don't have to.
Nope.
I'm happy for it to just leave.
Amen.
Yeah. No, Nadar is basically trying to just get away.
Mm-hmm.
I want to kick this barrel one square closer to the stairs, and then I want to move over here and telekinetically shove the other barrel up the stairs.
Okay. What's your roll?
It's not it can't make a save.
How far can you move it?
5 feet.
There you go.
Can I try and push it up further?
Go for it.
All right. That's not going to do it. I rolled a net 1.
Nope.
It rolls back down on top of you.
I rolled a 0.
Making the mistake of letting the non-strength man try to roll a large barrel of alcohol up a flight of stairs, Mark mistakenly did not account for gravity, and the barrel comes rolling back down the stairs and rolls over him.
Isn't the strength man currently outside shivering in his boots because there's a big dragon?
Well, I
It's
mean,
not
there's a
Mark's
rope now for
fault.
you to climb up.
Rolling.
It's not Mark's fault. He's old.
Yep.
I'm not old.
So
Yeah, you are.
Mark
That-
isn't
That's
old.
how you
He has,
described
young
yourself
kids.
in
rolling
the
is
book.
rolling a 0. That thing rolled over you, and you're now prone. And probably worse than your rolls, your pride might be a little dejected, but you're fine. You didn't take damage or anything.
Yeah.
You're not like elderly, but you're old.
No, I'm not.
Nadar is
not
too
old.
scared of the one big thing on the map to climb the rope.
My
Alright.
my
His
Jeff.
brain doesn't even acknowledge the rope is there.
Did you climb the rope?
I
No.
hit him in the head with it.
He ignores it. He's just staring at the dragon.
Zyle looks at Ayla and says, "Can lead a horse to water."
right.
I will do monk crap and slide down the rope, grab Nadar by the back of his shirt, and go back up.
Hey, Nadar, do you resist at all?
No,
Okay.
I'm more just like, get me, go.
Roll a strength check then.
Okay.
And then
I'm gonna say more or less probably Zyle pulls me back.
I was to say Richard probably would.
Yeah.
Okay. So that would be like rolling for aid, basically.
17.
Okay. So you're using basically guidance, I guess would be a useful comparison, maybe,
What?
for Richard.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's hard because Nadar's a heavy boy, but you manage between the two of you to get him back up safely to the top.
Nadar immediately books it backwards.
Okay.
Just as far as he can. Just go.
So Ephraim is going to look up at Zyle. So, what will it be?
So he wants us to open the gate. Is that what he's asking for?
He's asking you to stand down
Oh,
and let
we've already done that.
and well, not just like in
But, like,
every sense of the word, to allow the things to
stand aside and don't
Yeah.
interfere.
Oh. He kind of looks around to everyone just to get an idea of what's on everyone's faces.
Nadar's is just pure fear.
I can hear Ephraim from here.
His voice is soft spoken, but it's carrying rather loud, so yes.
Okay.
Like a voice on the wind.
Yeah.
And then Millard, while all this is going on, go ahead and make another stealth check with disadvantage.
Anybody in the chat want to help out right about now?
Yep.
Yep.
There you
Oh,
go.
with the bardic inspiration.
So
The
neutral.
first one was good. Okay. Do I need
There you
to?
go.
Well, he
There
Apparently,
you got
lava,
bardic
the burner.
inspiration.
gave you inspiration, so it's just neutral. So whatever your first roll.
Yes, 22.
All right.
You're fine.
Yay.
Also roll a perception check.
I'm worried about what I'm going to see at the other gate. If
Yep.
this is what's going on at the east gate.
But Millard can also roll a perception check in this.
That would be 9.
Nope.
Yep.
Stealthy boy, but not a perceptive boy.
Can't do everything, guys. Gotta focus on 2 things at a time. Running,
That's a
not
brick.
getting caught.
That's a brick. And that's a twig.
I am the brick.
All right. So Zal, what is your play?
So, the kind of what's he seeing in everyone's faces? Like the guard, for example,
The guard is in a very
across the way.
weird but admirable stance to where he is obviously scared out of his freaking mind, yet has not moved from his spot and still has his bow kind of shakingly pointed at it.
So he's looking down at the
Mhm.
field of death here.
Mhm.
I'll turn to Ephraim and say, "Well, I believe you've taken the field this day." He'll just kind of symbolically drop his spear.
Very good. Now, shall we? And before he can finish his sentence, a literal burst of lightning happens on the field right behind Ephraim. And just this figure in a hooded cloak, much like you've seen many a time, is behind Ephraim. Not quite as tall, because Ephraim is standing at 9 feet, so he's a rather large boy. But this hooded figure is no short one. And a lot broader, even. And when he lands, everything around him cowers in fear, including the dragon. The dragon just kind of puts its head down. And the hooded figure just kind of like holds his hand to notate the dragon to be down.
Daddy Strahd's not happy.
And then this figure just looks at all of you. And that's where we end tonight's episode.
Dragon.
Oh boy.
Wow.
A Dracolich?
Good gosh, you guys terrified me tonight. Okay.
Hey, I was gonna survive no matter what.
That's true.
It's true. This
So
time
lucky.
we flipped the script, and Millard was kind of in best case scenario,
Yeah.
honestly, with the stealth
But
rolls.
also
That's,
gets in a hurry once he got hit by the poison.
Ooh.
that token is pretty dope for that dragon.
I love it. Can you
Yeah.
send me that picture? I
Yes.
want to make that my profile picture on Discord.
So, real quick, this is the point where we transition to the post-stream chat. So thank you everybody so much for tuning in to this stream of our special episode 30, where we will do a giveaway towards the end of tonight. But first, we have a couple players that have to check out a little bit early, so we're going to make sure to give them some time to do some of the fun stuff we do at the end of the episode, which is the highlight of the night of what they liked and what they enjoyed throughout the night. So, Mr. Lava, I know yours cuts out the fastest.
Yes.
So, for you, what was your highlight of the night?
Having fun arguing about whether or not Nadar would be smart enough to retreat when he's drunk, raging.
Low intelligence, drunk, hand raging, bad trifecta.
Yeah. No. Also the dragon. The dragon's cool.
Mm. Very, very interesting.
I like dragons.
Okay. Anything else?
Not for me.
Okay. So feel free. I know we have a few minutes, so feel free to stick around if you want to say until you give us a pose as you dip out. But
As you do.
so Mr. J, I know you're have to dip out as well. So what was the highlight for you tonight?
I would say my two highlights were Nadar's initial reaction to the dragon. Like, I know us as like me as a character didn't get to see it,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it adds a lot to Nadar's character to understand that he really is afraid of dragons,
Mhm.
and like there is some history there, even though I don't know everything.
Sure.
And then coming right at the end, I really liked the interaction with Richard's character, with Zyle, having to give up and
Right.
like actually surrender, because that means a lot to him.
Yeah,
And
he does not like that, but
Right.
but it shows that
Oof.
he's like he values where his values kind of lie. He values his men more, and
Mhm.
it's like
Mhm.
where his
So-
crew, and he's like, even though he cares especially about the whole death magic and everything because of his class, that he has to be like, yeah, I gotta give this up, and I might even have to let people in the town die.
And there goes Nadar.
It's a good pose though.
Straight
yeah.
up.
yeah, he got a good one on that one.
I'll move those around real quick. Yeah, those are good, really good moments. That Zal moment kind of hurt.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really like dropping the spear, and where it's like,
I like that just against all odds in a hilarious contrast. Millard both successfully sprints sneakily without being aware of anything that's around him.
Takes a lot of brain power to sprint sneakily.
Just
yeah, you can't, that's what I'm saying. You can't do three things at the same time.
Kronk.
Exactly.
It's
Just-
Kronk.
just the pure beauty of D&D. Just so successful at one thing and just, I don't need to notice that. They're already dead. It's fine.
Mhm.
What are they going to do? Just a bunch of dead soldiers.
I think tonight I have to drop my camera out. Is that gonna mess with anything?
Maybe. We'll see. Well, you know what? I can always say, Mr. Stormer or Mr. Dirk, if you're available, if you could throw your camera in Discord, we can easily make that work without a problem. And there's Dirk. So you're free to move about the cabin,
Oh,
Mr.
both of them.
Both of
I
them.
got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. J.
I'll move him.
Wonderful
See
as
y'all.
always.
Bye.
Till next time. And we move it around a little bit. Okay,
All right.
perfect.
Mhm.
So, a lot of things going on. So we're at the post stream section, we're going to do some giveaway stuff at the telltale end. But first, we're going to go around the group and do our highlights of the night. So if you had something that you enjoyed tonight or would have any questions about what happened tonight, just make sure you go ahead and let it fly, and we'll answer whatever we can within reason if we're able to answer it. You know, sometimes you can't just like give straight narrative away, but we'll go ahead and roll for who's that is Mr. Liam. So Mr. Liam, what's a highlight for you tonight?
I liked the role playing that I did at the start.
Yep.
Yeah.
That and you say start or stairs?
Start.
Start was good, and then the unfortunate roll of the 0 was
Yeah, that's funny.
pretty, like, not very often you roll a 0, so that's just got to be like, well, you kind of got to turn that into something. Can't just let that go by. That was good. Yeah, really, I think everything Mark did or said tonight is very in line with his character and what he wants to achieve, or what his character would do. So, good role play from really everybody in a very difficult, intense situation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so and to go in between, chat asks, I have a question. How much HP does an undead dragon have? Well,
we don't
More
get to
than
know
us.
that.
Yeah.
more than the players. Well, definitely.
Combined.
I don't have to answer what it has, but I think Richard can safely say that without having to question it much. A lot more than the players.
More than
That
I was
is-
willing to deal with.
Sure. So, Miss SJ, what about
That's
you?
me.
Highlight of the night.
Oh. Trying to think, what was a good? I mean, I like the reveal of the 7, the one of the 7.
Which one?
That it's Red Skull.
Mm.
I liked when the barrel fell on Mark. I think those were probably. I liked Nadar's just how much fighting he got to participate in tonight, and just kind of that whole action scene with the yellow mist and him trying to get out of it and then combating everybody else. I'm always excited when especially when one of my long range hits actually hits well. So that's probably it.
Okay. Surprised you didn't throw out the kind of nice moment that the second Ayla got really in any form of immediate danger, that Zal just didn't even hesitate, just kind of immediately made it that direction.
I mean, I guess for me that was the most logical thing to do.
Yes,
But,
it's
yes,
because of what it means.
Yes, yeah. Just that protectiveness that he has of Ayla is very heartwarming.
Mm-hmm.
Very sincere.
And then it intended just poor guard, because Elbert's oh, my friends are in trouble. Bye.
Peace.
Just leave. He's well, hope you make it. I'm gonna go help my friends. And just goes over there. I don't know if that's what Bex would have done, but at least for my understanding of Elberth, it seems sensible to help them out in some random guard.
Sorry, Seth, there were no cats tonight.
No cats were harmed in the making of this episode.
Well, usually we get, some cats in the background.
I'm surprised the undead died to poison.
Yeah, they should. Breathing should not matter.
I can't explain that one without giving away stuff.
Okay.
That's all I'll say to that. So
It'll make sense.
Maybe if you ever find out. I don't know.
You'll find
In a
out
lot of
when
ways,
you're older.
if you think of the logic of like what has to be accomplished for you to find out, do you really want to? Or do you? That's a food for thought.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mr. Ricardo, it's a highlight of the night for you, sir.
Snarky Mark was absolutely my favorite part.
Snarky
He's just
Mark.
popping off at the beginning.
Just let him
That
have
was
it.
fantastic.
Ayla's
Okay.
just like, shut up.
I made sure to keep my mic muted because the whole time I wanted to be like, oh,
Right.
pop one off.
Sure.
Uh,
So
Ayla's
Good.
just like, did you not see me hit the ceiling? Did you not see that with the last one? Or like 2 ago? You didn't even technically fight the last one, just its minions.
All right. What else?
I really liked it was kind of cool how everyone fell into the all right, well it was just a lot of pressure, but it was also cool how everyone fell into the all right, hey, this is a combat situation. What are we doing, Zyle?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'm thinking, oh, that's cool, but also in my head, I'm like, crap. How do I do this without getting everyone killed?
Right. As a leader would. Like, kind of inadvertently put you in that situation to have to roleplay.
Even the guard, and it's like, you know, he doesn't know him, but he feels responsible for him because he's under his command, you know. And
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
and like Millard said, like having to have him call it, even though that eats him up, you know, that was.
Mm-hmm.
And I said he symbolically dropped the spear. He actually dropped it. Like actually
Sure.
dropped it, but it was a symbolic gesture.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a very good, and you can even use the word intense moment for Zyle in general to be forced into a position to have to make that choice. Because that's, I mean, for all intents and purposes, something that Zyle just wouldn't do. Aside from just being in the worst case situation, have to make a call that's like, do you choose bad choice 1 or bad choice 2? Like, what do you got? And at the end of the day, a choice had to be made, so he chose his friends. That's basically what it boils down to.
Yeah, that was like a no way out situation for him, and otherwise he wouldn't have gone that route.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of, man, even though like it feels short because a lot of it was combat, but man, a lot happened. We got to meet another of the 7. So we've expanded that a little bit. An odd fellow at that in a lot of ways. So it was fun getting to add yet another dynamic in that realm of things, especially one that's, I mean, you can't really say not hostile given what's happening, but at least in terms of its immediate interaction or how he engages with you vocally, it doesn't seem to be aggressive or hostile. Just more of, it's an odd character, I guess you should say.
He was more like, it felt like he was more hostile out of necessity just because we were in the way of what he was after. It wasn't like a
Ding ding.
I feel like Samael would just be like, he would assault you because he just didn't like the way you drank your coffee that morning. But
Yep.
and what's her name? Omen, she would just kill you because it would be fun.
Right.
But he was more of a, well, I don't want to do this, but you're in the way and I have to get you out of the way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then
For him,
some.
it's like very tactical of,
Mhm.
I'm on Strahd's side because it's the most logical to stay
Mhm.
alive.
Mhm.
And I don't want to get on his bad side, so I don't want to hurt you because he said not to.
Sure.
So he's very logical, being in the
Would-
sense that he wants to keep his life.
Which, speaking in meta terms, should have unlocked for you players kind of some extra perspective of how you view the 7. Because to this point, they've kind of seemed like unflailing loyalty to Strahd type of characters that are just pure evil for the sake of even evil, at least from your perspective. And this one's a little more complicated to where it's not quite that simple. So that opens it up to where at least you may not view all the 7 to be carbon copies of how Omen and Samael are. They might kind of be different from person to person. So that was an interesting thing to bring to it. And then before I get to that, waiting to see, because I didn't know if it would happen this episode, but waiting to see if I get to drop the bomb of the giant undead dragon on the field was fun.
Yeah, I was not expecting that one.
So wait, what was the switch that had to make that actually occur? Was it that a certain number of the undead were disposed of, or
combination of things between how far you guys made it into combat and the amount of time elapsed? So, short version, if this had concluded before our time, I would not have done it this episode, and likely would not have even done it next episode either, which would probably just be held into the playbook for whenever it's needed. But so it's kind of looking at two facets there between fitting into the narrative of what's happening as well as making a, for the sake of being open, an entertaining thing for stream. Kind of both worlds there coming into play. But I'm glad it happened because I wanted you guys to at least be able to see it because it's terrifying. It's like you see the thing, you're like, nope. Nope.
That was exactly the reaction it triggered. So, well, no, we're done here.
I'm out.
Maybe in 15 levels or so.
Just proceeds to like, okay, here's the door. You guys have fun. I'm gone.
Yeah.
That was fun. Man, getting to trying to navigate an entire horde is a lot of dice. Like a lot of dice. And a lot of them were just rolled either like between turns or all at once, so it wouldn't delay time too much. That was a lot of dice to freaking roll. But I did that to myself, so I don't have anyone else to blame. So that was intriguing. And then, even though no one truly knows the details of it, the thing that happened at the very, very end was a good moment, I think, of the hooded figure landing and the entirety of the field, including this monstrosity behind you just cowering at whatever just landed on the field, is a interesting moment for sure. Looking forward to having that pan out a little bit, and we shall see.
But everyone will have to wait because next week is our Q&A.
True that.
So.
Of which we'll hold off too many more questions, so Dirk has plenty to play with for that episode. So, last call for giveaway. So, exclamation point giveaway in the chat. If you haven't used your points, use them now because we about to give some stuff away. We're about to close it. We're about to get some points thrown out and give away some free stuff. So, the last round robin question, which should be pretty easy because it's just theories really, and most of them probably aren't crazy in depth, so don't feel like you have to elaborate too much, but just theories on what you think just landed on the field with you guys. So we'll go in reverse order, so that makes Richard go first.
The obvious guess is Strahd, but I have another major theory. I actually just sent you a message about that I don't want to throw out into the ether just yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So you have that there on record if that is correct.
Yeah, I got you. Okay. Miss SJ.
Well, I mean, when you first said it, I thought it was probably Hendrik, I mean, they're there to capture him, and the fact that he said that he was someone that was hard to track even for them, but I don't know. I feel like it's kind of weird if it is him, since it's like they're there to capture him, and yet when he's right there before him, them all, even the dragon is fearful of him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, maybe it is Strahd, maybe it's a stronger one of the 7. But those are the 3 that I could really think of. It's either Hendrik, it is Strahd, though there was something already said about Strahd couldn't come that far. And I don't know if that meant like this far or just into the whatever you call it. But so Hendrik, Strahd, a stronger one of the 7.
Okay. All right, Mr. Liam.
My first thought, well, I did consider Henrik, but like Ayla said, when they bowed, that sort of made me think that it's not Henrik. Made me think, especially when I looked at chat, that it's Strahd. Sephiroth has 3 ideas of who it could be. But thinking about it, I do have a theory as to how it could be Henrik. But yeah, that's basically, I think it's Strahd.
Sure.
It's Mark. We're all wrong.
I mean, in fairness to all of you, I don't think you could really eliminate any of the things you said. Like, you don't really know. Like, it's just kind of... You could have some logical guesses, I suppose, but, like, truthfully, you can't really know. Not enough detail yet.
It's the priest. No, wait, even better. It's the drunk lady.
Where is Stealthy Boy? Gosh.
Ma'am, he went that way when the fighting started.
No, that's when Zalpazis inside the dragon. Just immediately just starts pulverizing the dragon.
I can just picture that. She pulls off the hood. Stealthy Boy. We're just like, he went that way.
That way. All right.
That way.
Cool. All good theories. Looking forward to figure it out if we find out the answer in 2 weeks, because next week will be the Q&A. So, reminder for anyone who's still around, next week will be an off week for the campaign itself, but still an engaging week where, unlike normally, we get to engage with you guys the entire time. So that will be a fun little shift, and we have 10 episodes to cover, so my goodness, should be quite a time. And Mr. Dirk will be back to host. So,
all right.
Next week, you'll have Mr. Dirk Manjaw himself as the host of the Q&A. Looking forward to that. But right now, it's episode 30, and I think it's time for some giveaways. So, we are closing the giveaway in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Giveaway is closed. I like how it just automatically populates it in chat. And I could see
enter the giveaway.
I can see the amount of tickets that certain people purchased. Just my goodness.
Wow.
I don't know the total amount of tickets purchased are 2,074.
Wow.
So, my word. Good job, guys. Good job. I won't say the name. There's one person that only got like a few tickets that's like 1% compared to everybody else. I'm just going to laugh if that ends up being the person that gets it, because it'll just be great. Kind of like the Calico situation of last time where the one person that won thing was just... So we have not one, but 2 giveaways, in case we didn't already say that. So we'll be drawing 2 winners instead of 1. So the first thing we're going to give away, I'll go ahead and let SJ announce what it is. I know she's excited about it.
I am excited about it. Are you gonna show the picture of it? It's up.
I don't have that pulled up.
Okay. Well, there's a link to it. So it is a shirt with Omen on it, with our little emote of Omen. Omen emote.
Sweet.
Yeah. Available at the merch store for anyone who doesn't win it tonight.
Yes, if you don't win it, it is in the merch store. There's the men's tee, and I even made it in the women's fit, and you can even get it as a bag
Ooh,
because
nice.
it was there. So I was like, I'm gonna throw it on a bag.
Reasons. All right. Are we ready to draw the winner?
Weddy.
Ready. And the winner of the Omen t-shirt is Mr. Dirk Manjaw, of course. The man, the myth, the legend, the one himself who probably has the most amount of shirts out of any of our people. So you now have one to add to your collection, my good sir.
Mm-hmm.
So you know the drill. Just let me or SJ know your shirt size and where you want it sent, and we will take care of that without a problem. All right. So winner number 2 is going to win their choice of anything from D&D Beyond. So we have a potential source book, potential adventure book, or an extension, or anything that's on dndbeyond.com. If you want it, it's yours. So let's roll for this, and we will say no duplicate. So if it does say Dirk again, we'll keep rolling until we get another one.
Dirt.
So the winner of the D&D Beyond item is B cubed 38
Yay.
Nice.
with only a 10% chance to pull it off. And this man
Nice.
comes from the gates of the underdog
So
realm.
who is the one with the 0.5%?
Duck Buster Up
Okay.
had a very, very low percent chance. But, I mean, B Cube didn't have a whole lot higher. So, if a person owns every single thing, then we would find some sort of way to just give them equal value to whatever the prize was worth. Or allow them to gift it to someone that they like, that care about, or, we'll always find a way. So, that concludes the giveaway for tonight. So congratulations, Mr. Dirk. Congratulations, Mr. B Cubed. Get with us in Discord if you're not already, and just let me know what you would like, and we will get that taken care of pretty much immediately. Congratulations. Thank you, all of you, so much for participating in the giveaway, for participating with us for 30 freaking episodes. I mean, come on. Like, give a good job, everybody. My gosh. A lot of you are troopers. Big thank you, even though only 3 of them are left here, to the players for sticking around this long. They've all done a fantastic job and are getting so good at honing in on their characters and what they would do in certain situations. And I'm very excited to see where things go as it just continues to snowball and get somehow, like, believe it or not, it can get worse. So
I was about to say, is it getting worse, or are we like fine at the moment? Like,
it can get worse.
No, but I mean, like, did we make it worse? Is my question. Like that one time Millard killed somebody and made things a lot worse.
Well, I mean, you're on that slope now. You can't stop the snowball.
Oh.
Is the best way to think about it. You push a snowball downhill,
We have no hope, people.
yeah, not a lot you're gonna do to stop that one. So you're on this train now. All you can do now is ride it. But that is going to wrap things up for episode 30. Thank you guys so very much for everything you've done up until this point. All of you guys are crazy generous with your time, with any of your donations, with any of your participation in Discord, whether we have events and game nights and everything. And we love and appreciate every last one of you, and hope to continue to deliver good and wholesome content to you guys as best as we can. as we continue down this journey of Curse of Strahd. But that is going to do it for tonight. So reminder, next week will be the Q&A episode, not the normal type of episode, and then we'll pick back up with episode 31 the following week. So hopefully see every last one of you next week for the Q&A. But until then, everyone say goodbye.
Bye.
Good night.
Till next week.